know, you know that them at stay. And I go now to a young man. This week he celebrated Miss Lucky birthday. A doctor, the General Secretary of the People's National Party, the next Member of Parliament for Westmoreland Eastern, Albert Town, Southern Trelawny, Region 1, make welcome General Secretary Dr. Dayton.
I know mix up the original.
Ease. Give me something for the mic. Oh, check. Covered chair. Respect you. Covered leader and next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Bart Jefferson Golden. We're going to sweep a few parishes in the next election, and Trelawny is one of them. Comrade Patmore, Comrade McNeil, big up yourself. All the comrades on the platform, the comrades in the audience, greetings. I normally take a microphone and just light a fire. But I want to have a reasoning with you this evening. I want to have a reasoning with you this evening. Because the situation as presented by Comrade Vice President Ian Hales is a real situation. That's the lived reality of the people. And the only thing that can cause the majority of the people to escape that reality is for them to have a proper education. A proper education. Education is a vaccine against poverty. It can break the intergenerational chains of poverty. No matter where you're coming from, education will prove that your dreams are still valid. I have gone on several platforms across this country and I have spoken about where I come from. And I did so because people used to try use it for cuss me. And so I started to use it to motivate someone that they too can achieve their greatest desires and their wildest dreams. But I did not do it by myself. I did it because the People's National Party created an environment so as long as I applied myself, I could make it because the policies were there. We develop policies to solve problems. You don't just get up and propose things if you don't have a problem that you're solving. So when you hear a political platform and a policy is proposed, the first thing is that you must identify what is the problem that they are seeking to solve. We have looked at the education outcomes in this country. And when we look at it, we realize that 3 out of every 10 students is not going to school properly. They call it absenteeism. Those children don't go to school 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 days per week. Once that happens, it disrupts your entire education. So, when I was growing up, my father is a ganja planter. He's a farmer. And they lock him up, send him gone to prison. And my mother was a domestic helper. But one thing she made sure was that we went to school every single day. If she had to deny herself, she did so that her children could pass the worst. She sacrificed everything to send us to school. There were days she sent us to school with just the money for the transportation, nothing for lunch. But she said, go on to school, the Lord will provide a way. When we looked at the absenteeism problem in Jamaica, the leader of the party in his budget presentation said we are going to deal with two things. Pitney not going to school for two main reasons. One, nutrition. They don't have anything to eat. You don't have no money to give them to buy food. And Ian show you just now that when you buy the local food so them can have dinner, nothing no left, so you can't find the money to send them to school. The second reason why they're not going to school is because of transportation. Some of it, there isn't the access, and some of them cannot afford it. And we made two proposals to deal with that problem. The first proposal that we made is the EASE program. The EASE program says that every needy child in school will get a warm, nutritious meal under the next People's National Party government. When we looked at the information, we saw that the Food and Agriculture Organization said that 55 out of every 100 children, every 100 person in the country, they are suffering from food insecurity. They're not eating a proper meal. We realized that of the 400 and odd thousand students in school, 55 out of every 100 not eat properly too. And so we decide that in primary and high school, if you are in need, we will provide you with one warm, nutritious meal every day. Because of how this party is the party of the people. This is the party that looks about the interests of the people. So in solving the problem of feeding the children, we decide that the schools, whether it's Albertown, Troy, Cedric Titus, William Nib, Holland, whichever school it is in Trelawny, they must tell us what the menu is going to be. And when they tell us that Albertown is going to need £500 of Irish for the month, £600 of pumpkin for the month, we are going to say, MP Paul Patmore, go and get your farmers to produce the Irish and the pumpkin and the callaloo, and they will have a guaranteed market right in the schools. The next PNP government is going to spend $9 billion with the farmers of this country so that the farmers make money and the children have a nutritious meal.
Don't show your face, Mr. Cat, because them can't stop you, Selassie, I know. Yeah! Lord of mercy. Come, it's a special dedication to all farmer, whether you live a sentence or in a Nova. Cause this is Mr. Cat, the bareback rider. The style when you go get them, I go run Jamaica and in a land.
So that's the nutrition part of it. That's the nutrition part of it. We realize that there is a transportation part of it. And so we said, seeing that students are not going to school because they either don't have access to transportation where they live or their parents can't afford it, we thought about what can we do to impact on that, to ensure that more students can get to go to school. And the leader proposed the RIDE program, which is to give $500 per day, $2,500 per week, or $10,000 per month to that needy child towards their transportation so they can get to school. When we were growing up, some of us had to get up before crack of dawn because we have to take turns in the one local shower we're in the house. And we have to get ready and go to the road, go flag down a taxi in order to get to school. In some of the schools now, they have contracts with private transport providers. So you see coasters park up at the high schools, 10, 20 of them that transport the children. The current government of Jamaica sponsors 7,500 children who are on path to go to school. We have said that we will sponsor 20,000 more every single day. So when they get up and they criticize the policy, it is the same thing that they are doing now for children on path. Stop bad mind the children Labour Party. We are going to send them to school in a safe and secured transportation. And this party is again the People's Party. So when we decide that we are going to give them that money to go to school, we are going to ask the guidance counselor, we are going to ask the social worker, identify the child that needs it, and then we are going to work with the same private providers that are taking the students now, carry some of them here pick me whenever did I get figure, because the government will pay for them so that they can go to school. We don't just come up and propose something just so. Everything is proposed to solve a problem for the greater good of the people of this country. So when your $16,000 run out with the grocery bill, just understand that the next PNP government is going to ease off the pressure, because you're going to get transportation help. And when the people reach a school, they have a warm, nutritious meal waiting on them so they can learn and become the best version of themselves. We don't look a fool argument with Labour right in another campaign, you know. This campaign is about easing off the pressure of the people of Jamaica. We're tired of the suffering under this government. We're tired of the lies and the deception under this government. We want a real government that cares about the people of this country. They came and they told you that Clarkstown, which is shared by North and South Trelawny, they told you they were going to make it into a city last year, February. They never put it in the budget last year, March. They never put it in the budget this year, March, because I tricked them, did I trick you? But the next PNP government is going to bring development to the people of Trelawny. The farmers, I want the farmers, hold on just a little bit longer, because help is on its way. Those who crop suffering from yam rust disease, hold on a little bit longer, because help is on its way. Those who don't have any storage when you reap your crop, hold on a little longer, help is on its way. Those who have to carry a load by your head or use mule and donkey, hold on just a little bit longer, because help is on its way. We have in our president a man that we can be proud of. We have in our president a man that is dignified. I tell them, few years ago, when them catch a youth with a little jar weed, them used to lock them up and give them a criminal record, even for a spliff tail. There was one politician in the parliament that said, no, this is not right. Because when you get that criminal record, You can't go for farm work. You can't work with government. Them lock up a youth named Mario Dean and them beat him and kill him in there. One politician among us put up his hand and stood up for the people of Jamaica and said this can't continue any longer. That politician is Mark Jefferson Golden, the president of the People's National Party. Enough of them talking and running off their mouth. Ask this government what institution have they built in their term in office. What meaningful piece of legislation have they put in place in their term in office. When Mark Golden was Minister of Justice, he passed over 100 pieces of legislation in the Parliament. We are talking about an extraordinary legislator. Just recently, poor people catch look a bit of tourism, something we come. And start go Airbnb. People take out a loan, build one extra room for their house. Build one local property and I use it for Airbnb. Here comes Ed Bartlett wanting to tax the Airbnb operators. It was Mark Jefferson Golden that intervened in the Parliament and tell them, say, this here billion already yet. Go back, go work on this, and we'll and come again. I don't want us to allow them to pass them place with the leader of the party. So we are going to define him for the people of Jamaica, because we now allow people who can't get certified to come and run past them place and try style the integrity boss. 36 long years ago, when I was 6 running around in my brief without shirt, Comrade Mark Jefferson Golden got married to the love of his life, a dark chocolate and Nubian goddess by the name of Sandra Golden, who is his loving wife, the mother of his children, and the woman that still brings a smile to his face. I want you to understand that a year time when the Integrity Commission do them assessment and check about the financial standing of the people in the country, they say, Mark Golden, you are passed and certified. We have no interest in your financial affairs. Everything is in order. And so, comrades in Trelawny, I want you to understand that you have in your party president a social justice champion. You have as your leader an integrity boss. You have the best legislator in the Parliament. You have a successful businessman. You have the top corporate lawyer in the country. You have a caring, compassionate, one burner in Mark Jefferson Golden. Make welcome the president of the PNP, the leader of the opposition, the Prime Minister of Jamaica.